they're all right. Sometimes they're a bit weird, but they were asking really intelligent questions. Had to take them up around the falls and Shangle tonight after they asked really smart questions. They do ask
Yes.
smart questions, unlike Americans who don't get it even if you answer them.
Oh, so plenty of Americans get it. No.
There we go.
Well,
We just about made it. 2 minutes late. 2 minutes late.
you're just in the door.
I'm just in the door. Where are you? You've got curtain behind you. Where are you? Is it Markham and Wise show tonight? Is it?
I'm in Edinburgh, as lots of people would say. I flew over this morning. So yeah, you find me. I'm just opposite the Chinese embassy again. So I'll be shouting free Tibet in the morning at them and all so on and so over just for the crack.
Oh, don't be doing that. They'll get
I don't
cross.
know. I know they'll get cross, and then whenever they take over, I'll be screwed. But I don't care.
The Scottish police will come out. Not a bit of wonder we don't do TikTok.
They're going to ban it in the States, anyway.
It's banned in India, you know. TikTok's banned in India.
But I can get it, you know. Yeah, I can get it all because I mean, everybody, mobile phones. If you have control of a mobile phone, it's you know, you can do lots of stuff. There's Kane Bowling. I just wanted to say, last week I had an absolute blast. Last week it was a good day out, really was. I just dawned on me I needed to see William, but no, we had an absolute blast last week. McConnell's, I think everybody really was impressed with McConnell. Certainly the architecture, all the stuff that they've done. It's hard not to be impressed with that. Then we went over and seen Sam. Sam knows his stuff. He's one of the guys that you can sort of, I just know that he knows his stuff. You know, he's a great guy. What he's doing up there, getting a really nice setup. And he was really pleased that we all went over. And then I noticed that Hearth put up the thing saying, "Oh, we've now got it christened because we were there."
I know, yeah, and I think the Wine and Spirit Education Trust, I think they're going to do something with them. But the looks of it, did you see that post about the sherry?
But I think that's good. You know, he wants that to be a sort of, you know, that's what he said. He wants it to be a hub of whiskey and spirits in Belfast. So I think it'll be a great event.
Yeah, there's somebody saying we thought we were going to be in Dublin tonight. That was sort of mooted about, but unfortunately Marty's in Scotland and I'm just in the door, so it wasn't to be. I'm afraid we will get 1 year. We will get 1 year. Set your calendar for 2030.
Anything during the summer, and we're kind of a bit screwed now.
Yeah,
I mean it's okay. Most people work a sort of regular 9-to-5 job, but tourism we don't. So I'm kind of stuck for the next certainly for the next few months. I'll be here, there, and everywhere, you know.
And fingers crossed it's getting back to normal, but a lot of cancellations coming in as well. So you don't know. So there you go.
By the way, we've got a new world champion in Belfast, new boxing world champion. Anthony Kakachi has just won the IBF super featherweight. No, stopped. What's his name? Joe, whatever his name is, for the IBF super featherweight title. So congratulations! No, come on.
Well, there's boxing on tonight. I could be round the corner at the mates, but unfortunately they're all having a big party tonight, and I'm here. I'm just in the door, and then I'm getting up early again tomorrow. So it's just the way it is.
Well, I don't have to get up early tomorrow, but the tour sort of starts and proper tomorrow. So
about noon.
Well, it's one of those ones. I have a pile of paperwork to do the day whenever you get started, and then tomorrow, not an early start, but once it starts, it's busy the whole way through. So anyway, it could be worse. It could be you'll be working for 11. Quick thing, it's World Whiskey Day, Justin.
I know it is
World Whiskey Day.
I realised that. And sometimes we do a special for it, but we don't really have anything together tonight for it.
Well, I'm doing something very special for it because I'm off the booze. I haven't had a drink all week, not a single week.
Right.
No.
Actually, funny enough, I had that when we were in Hearth. I had that. That's not bad. That Corona.
It's all right. Yeah, it's dead on. It's not great, but it's all right. But no, I'm off the drink. I decided because I had it in my head before last week, before we went out, that for a couple of reasons, and not just for the sort of normal thing. I kind of thought I was drinking a bit too much, and not not getting drunk every night of the week. Don't think that for a second. But I kind of thought, something. I'm kind of drinking every night of the week, even though little bits
Mhm,
and so on. And I've always said the same thing. If you think you're drinking too much, you are. That's
mhm,
pretty much a good idea. So I kind of had it in my head. We're going out last Saturday. Okay, go out and have a nice night of it, and then probably go off a drink for a couple of weeks. And there's a few reasons. A few reasons. One, anybody that knows me knows I'm a total hypochondriac. I mean, I don't tell people. I don't, if there's something wrong with me, I go, "Ah, no, I'm okay, I'm okay." But in my head, I automatically think I'm dying a death. So I have all the test kits in house. Not joking. I do blood pressure. I check glucose, I do uric acid, all of that shit. I have all the kits and everything to test myself. And I noticed that my blood pressure was slightly up a bit. Nothing high, but just slightly up a bit above normal. And a couple of other bits and pieces, and I was kind of like, something. I'll just take a wee break.
Are
Go
you
for a
50
couple of
yet?
weeks.
Are you 50 yet?
Mm. But there is a few other things just because I was checking this out. If you stop drinking just for a bit, it gives you liver time to repair. You decrease your chance of a heart attack because of certain stuff that your liver produces. If it's cancer, if you want to lose a bit of weight, don't be drinking. Your sleep can improve. Um, Lowers your blood pressure and so on and so forth. And that's just from taking a bit of a break. But there's another thing as well. Um, a lot of the whiskey was sort of beginning to taste a bit samey because it wasn't really. I was just drinking it because, well, just to have a drink kind of thing, and I wasn't actually taking that step back to go, right. What am I doing here? What's this? Sniffing it and sort of appreciating it a bit much. So I was kind of taking it for granted. It's kind of a palate fatigue, but on a sort of longer scale, if you like. So I just thought, bollocks, I'll go off it for a couple of weeks. Now, on this tour, we go to a distillery. Um, I'm not drinking anything there, but there is a couple of nights where they give out free wine, so I might
Yes.
have a glass of wine or something. But it's that'll be it. But I think it's just a good idea every so often. I was talking to two friends of mine this week who have had proper struggles with alcohol. Um, Guys that I've known pretty much all my life. Okay, I know one guy since before I went to primary school, and the other guy I met him at high school.
As long as you can
Uh,
remember. Yes.
Pretty much as long as I can remember, and both of them were telling me that they've been having issues. One guy in particular, who I've known pretty much all my life, said to me that he's off the booze a week now, but that over COVID he was drinking more and more and more, and eventually it's ended up that he was drinking about a liter of whiskey a day.
Wow.
That's not good in any description. Um, I mean, it's just not. And he says, "Look, I've decided I'm with that. I'm gonna, I'm getting a bit of help and so on and so forth." And so just said to him, anytime you want to talk about it, or you want to give me a shout, feel free. And that goes for anybody that's on here. Anybody that thinks of a problem with alcohol, I'm not hard to find. Just
Moderation is the key. Moderation is the key.
and if you think you're drinking too much, you are. So you need to stop for a bit. And if you can't stop, then you need to go and speak to people. But honestly, it's just every so often, I just decided that a couple of weeks I'll not do a pound of harm. But since it's World Whiskey Day, Justin, and I am on the alternatives, I decided to check out what other days it is. 'Cause you know the way it's always certain days.
This sounds like a radio show. What day is it? Pink Umbrella Day.
Oh, what's it? It's worse than that, Justin. Wait here, that's now. It is it's cheese souffle day.
I like cheese souffle. My mum makes a lovely cheese souffle with bacon in it. Lovely, delicious. It's a lovely little
Lovely.
breakfast.
Love it, absolutely delicious. I had an Indian earlier on, Justin. You loved it. Oh, it's absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious. It's no dirty dishes day. It's visit your relatives day. Uh, it's learn to swim day. Now, normally learning to swim takes more than a day, but it's learn to swim day.
Unless you throw
Uh,
people in and have to learn to survive. But anyway,
Well,
don't do that.
cultural freedom day. It is Haitian National Flag Day.
I bet you that's a popular day at the Chinese Embassy, Cultural Freedom Day.
Oh, I would think so. I must go over and knock her door and shout free debate and then
You
ask them
don't.
if it is.
You don't.
No, no, probably not. Probably not.
Mm.
It's I love Reese's Pieces Day. I don't love Reese's Pieces.
Ugh,
They're
they're
not nice.
awful.
They're not
Awful.
awful.
Too peanutty.
It's International Astronomy Day, International Museum Day. It's Heritage Breeds of Chicken Day as well. It's Marvin Appreciation Day. So if you know anybody called Marvin, then go and appreciate them. Say, listen, I appreciate you,
Get
buddy.
them a DPOL form to change their name.
It's Clean Up the River Day, Plant a Lemon Tree Day, Send an Electronic Greeting Card Day. I could nearly guess who come up with that idea for send a greeting card, electronic greeting card day. I would think that would be the electronic greeting card company to set them up. Anyway, um, it's Turkmenistan Day, it's World Fiddle Day, and last but not least, it's HIV Vaccine Awareness Day. Now, if if you think you've got HIV, then probably you should be aware of that before that. I think that's probably something that you should be aware of. Anyway, I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not medically trained, but I'd like to think that if I was walking in saying, "Look, I think I've got AIDS," possibly it might point me in the direction. I don't need a special day for that. Just thinking.
Okay. Right. Where are we heading tonight? We're 15 minutes into the show. We haven't even said the word whiskey yet, and it's Irish
No,
whiskey review. And you're in
no,
Scotland.
I'm in Scotland drinking alcohol-free beer. But no, we were supposed to have a guest on tonight. Do you remember a couple of weeks ago we did the quick interview with Rob Richardson
Yep.
to go and do his Welsh whiskey distillery tour and so on? Well, he started the other day, but we kind of thought this was going to be a problem because he's in a hotel in the middle of Wales somewhere. I'm not exactly sure where he is, but if you go onto his Instagram page, Whiskey Ventures, you can sort of catch up with what he's been doing. And he is cycling round. Now, he's been to a few distilleries already. And can you get his page there, can you?
I can indeed. Yep. And he's in the middle of nowhere.
He's kind of in the middle of nowhere. Now, you can't keep up to date with some of the stuff that he's doing. He's going to these distilleries. I did get a quick chat with him because obviously you can, even though if your signal's not great, you can still get messenger and stuff. He is absolutely shattered. He says, "I'm just done in."
Is
I
there
think
more
it's quite.
in Wales than he thought there was going to be?
I think there kind of is. He's got soaked earlier on in the week, um, but he's doing all right. He's doing all right. He's been to. Um, he was at Penderyn. He was at what's the name of that distillery he was at? Hensel Castle distillery. He was there, and so on and so forth. So he's getting about. Hensel Castle distillery looks a bit weird. Coles Distillery and Brewery, which have a big stainless steel. Still, have you got his page?
Having technical difficulties bringing it to you. Sorry about that.
Well, put it like this: you can put up the link to it, surely, and let people can go and have a look themselves.
I can.
Can
Yes, just give me 2 minutes.
and they can do that. But yeah, so he's getting on okay. He has raised so far £370. He's looking to raise £1,000, and just again to thank everybody from last week because we raised 150. So we did plus 187.50 we raised.
So that's not too bad. There you go.
Yeah.
There is
So if anybody,
the link to follow him. Yep.
yeah. So if anybody wants to go on, have a link and see what he's doing because he is. I think he's going up some crappy roads and stuff as well on his bike. But no, good on him. Good on him. And don't forget he's raising money for the Welsh Air Ambulance. So a good cause.
There we go. Managed to get it. There it is. Forced it to
There
go.
we go. So that's his page there. You see, he's stopping off at the Welsh. There's 4 Welsh Air Ambulance stations as well. So he's stopping off at those on his journey. So yeah, can you scroll down? Can you?
Yes, I can.
So he's just riding about, doing these adventures, picking up these, getting bottles that he's going to auction off as well. So if anybody wants to follow what he's doing, Instagram, there's a wee link through to a couple of things on his page and stuff that he's doing.
And we're hoping to
And
catch
then,
up with him next week, possibly. Yes.
well, possibly, we'll try and catch up with him next week, or we could see where he is tomorrow. Maybe see do a wee live thing, possibly if anybody's about. As I say, we'll get caught up with him. But no, it's nice that he's doing that, raising a bit of money. And do you know that he done a course with our friend Vic Cameron? And
Oh,
he did a course. He's a friend of ours, Vic Cameron.
I didn't.
Taught
We
him in
didn't know
Edinburgh.
that. Didn't know that. We didn't
Mm,
uncover that last week. But we'll get to the bottom of it
no,
when we talk to him again here on Irish Whiskey Review.
yeah,
Remember to comment, like, and share. We're live on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Telegram, Twitch, and Twitter, and wherever you get your podcasts from.
aye. Now, hopefully we'll get caught up here at some point. But it is Whiskey Live in Dublin, and I've been watching all these pictures of people doing all manner of stuff. There it has been, as far as I can see, a bit of a sellout. Noel Sweeney and Michael Flatley down there doing their thing, because Michael Flatley's got the Dreamer. It's funny, all these people that bring out these whiskies, and they're doing stuff you don't necessarily associate with whiskey. You know, there's all these people that bring out whiskies in the stake. Jean-Claude Van Damme. I don't think Jean-Claude drinks a lot.
Well, you can see where Irish traditional music and dance is linked to Irish whiskey, closely linked.
Aye, I rather suspect Michael Flatley's not that big a
Do you
whiskey
reckon he's
drinker.
a gin and pina colada man? Do you?
I'm thinking he'd be more your kind of guy, bit of cocktail, cherry with the umbrella and all. You know,
Nothing
I
beats
don't
it
know.
carrying an umbrella.
I don't know. I hear he's quite a nice chap. A couple of people I know met him last week and said he was quite a nice chap. I'm not saying he's not, but his I don't know how vested he would be in the whole project. If I'm totally honest, it may be just a money spinner. I might be a cynic, Justin. Call me a cynic, but I think it might be just a money spinner.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with
Nothing
that.
wrong with it, but yeah. But there's a few other. I mean, Whiskey Live. There's over 100 stands at it. I think it was all sold out yesterday. I'm not 100% sure today, but it yeah.
Yeah, well, it's a good day. It's a good day out. If you haven't got your tickets, do check before traveling because it might be a selling. Yeah, well, he's bringing. They all
It's
have
over.
these. They all have. Oh, it's one day only. Was it one day
No,
only?
it was yesterday and today. It was a
All
Friday and
right.
Saturday.
Oh, I thought today was Friday. You're right. It's today's Saturday. I don't
No,
even know what day it is.
no.
But there you go. There's
Um,
Flatley. Flatley's bottle is well designed and well presented.
do you think?
I do. I like
Pull it
that.
up. Pull it up. Do you think that's a nice bottle? What do people think of that bottle? Because mm, I
Do you
don't
think
think
it
it's
doesn't
great.
look like a whiskey? Do you think that doesn't look like a whiskey?
But it looks like a whiskey, but I wouldn't necessarily say it's that well designed. It's all right, you know.
Hmm.
I wouldn't say it's massive. Um, it's €44 a ticket in to Whiskey Live, and there's over 100 stands. That bottle, that bottle, I can't remember how much that is. Is it €50 a bottle or something? 5-year-old. But anyway, that is what it is. But Whiskey Live, Justin, we need talking about Whiskey Live.
Hmm.
Aye. I sent you pictures of Whiskey Live, Justin. See the ones that says Whiskey Live on them? See
Where?
them? I don't bother then, never worry. But no,
Is it this one?
that would be one of the ones that says Whiskey Live on them, Justin. Yes, that would be it. Haven't really much time to get these into order.
No, because it was just in the drawer. Let me see. Would this be another one of them? Would this be another one of them? Let me
Aye.
see. To find it. Da, da, da. There. That's one.
Aye, because I wasn't actually wanting to bring up the Flatley one just
All
before
right.
that, but that's all right. Don't worry. Aye. So we were talking about whiskey live. Anyway, it aye, it was over 100 stands at it and it all sold out. So yeah, all good, all good. But one of the stands I noticed was Limavady whiskey. Now I did send you the photo of a distillery, Justin.
And I have found it, and I know it's Limavady because I shared it earlier today, so I know which one that is. It's this one.
Yes. Excuse me. This hasn't been built yet because it's only got the planning permission. Because Darrell McNally, who's obviously most of us know it's Mr. Limavady himself, is well, he's always had plans to build a distillery down on his family farm down at McGilligan. And he's got the planning permission passed. It's going to be a £10 million project. It'll end up, it will be open, fully operational in 2027. It's going to be, it said a soft launch, soft opening in 2026. I'm not really sure. I think that'll just be them doing the trial runs and figuring out cuts
Well,
and
he
stuff,
is
and
a
then full.
perfection at what he does, isn't he?
He is. He's a great guy. I have a lot of time for Darrell. You speak to some people and they'll say, "Oh, he's at everything. He's doing this. He's doing that. I, and why wouldn't he be? I mean, he's a clever dude, and he does lots and lots and lots of things. Now, this is going to be separate from Limavady whiskey. He's not quitting Limavady. He's keep doing that. But Limavady, I mean, if anybody doesn't know, it's Whistlepig sort of bought him over, but I don't think they bought him totally. But they took the controlling interest, and he's basically the front of it. Um, but this is going to be separate. This is going to be his distillery. Little interesting thing that I thought about at one point. Do you know the way Bushmills is 1608 on the label? And they say that Bushmills has got the oldest license to distill in the world.
Yes, was there today.
That
Yeah.
was that was granted to a man called Thomas Phillips, not just for Bushmills, for the route, which is the whole of basically down around that part of the world, not just the townland of Bushmills.
Okay.
So it'll be interesting to see because he used to work at Bushmills. Because Darrell's the sort of guy that he could kick the nest a wee bit, and see whether he could get away with it. I
I
don't
don't.
think he would. I don't think he would, but you never know. The same boy he could do something just just a bit of controversy. Never, no such thing as bad publicity, Justin.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Listen, we're going to ask some good questions tonight. Robbie asked, Marty, I'm looking to buy a
Oh,
bottle of Irish whiskey for
mm.
long-term storage, around €1,000. Any idea?
We'll get to that in a wee second, Robbie. Give us 2 minutes. We'll get back to you, and then we'll discuss that at length because, yeah, I do. But just to finish off about Darrell, Darrell's distillery is going to be designed by organic architects. And the point of it's going to be that it's still going to keep the views out over the sea. And I haven't seen the site, but I kind of know where it is. It's going to be looking down over the sea, over towards Donegal, that direction. So it's all going to be open glass so that you could see that. So I would say that'll be nice. Doing 3.5 million bottles a year is what they'll end up doing when they're at full capacity. So good on them. As I say, I like Darrell, I like his brother Marty as well. So again, something else for him to be at, as if he doesn't do enough. But good on him, as I say. So, Robbie, you were asking about the something to invest your money in. Well, the new Dream cask is funny enough. There's Eric Van de Eyne coming out. Robbie, the new Dreamcast, or the last of the Dreamcasts, is being launched very shortly. You have to enter a ballot for the chance to buy one, and it's going to be €1,000. Now, it's a 38-year-old pot still, distilled in 1985 into a second fill bourbon cask, and then 2013 transferred over to an Oloroso sherry cask. But it's the last of the Dream casks that finishes the series. If our good friend Carl was to tell you Anytime they finish a series, the value of stuff just goes like that. Um, I mean, it's just it's big money for a bottle, but in terms of what you're going to get and what it's going to be worth, it's a no brainer. You'll make the money on it, no problem at all. Um, the one thing about it is it says in the blurb that this is Billy Layton's swan song. Now, Billy Layton has sort of stepped away. But he is still. It's a bit of a strange thing because he's still to do with Irish distillers, but he's there as the blender emeritus. And I don't know what he's going to be doing after this. But in the press release that we got, it says on it that this is his swan song. Uh, I mean, does that mean that he's parting ways from Irish distillers totally? I don't know. I would need to ask him, but I don't know. It'd be a bit of a strange thing if to say that and then him not move on to something else or retire or some. I don't see him retiring because there's. If I'm totally honest, there's too much money sitting on the table. You all right, Justin?
I am. Yeah, yeah. I'm just watching
Was
something
it
here.
all right?
Yeah.
He, but yeah, he's. I think I think as a collection that would be a great one to have. There's a few other things as well if you want to buy something in and around 1,000. Probably some of the early Middletons, Middleton very rare. Some of them you can pick up for reasonable money. There are the earlier the better. The white box ones, there's a few of those you could pick up in and around for 1,000. They're always going to be worth money. Um, the other one, the other one I keep telling people is old, take your 1,000 and buy a few bottles of the old Paddies. The Paddies from the sort of 1960s, 70s, because you can pick them up for not big money.
And
Say like the 80.
they're ready starting to creep up, I think.
Well, they are a bit because they well, um, Sazerac haven't really done anything with it yet, but that's only a matter of time. Um, they're going to saturate. I mean, they are. I know that they're going to absolutely blast the American market with Paddy's whiskey. Paddy's whiskey in a few years' time will be one of the best-selling Irish whiskies. There's no way that it can't be because they'll put so much of an advertising budget to it. So the old bottles that you can pick up now for, your 70, 80, 90, 100 euro, buy 10 of them. Because I don't think you'll not lose your money on them. I know that for a fact. And if the way I look at it is if you buy a bottle at 60, 70 euro, in a couple of years' time you get 150 or 200. There's not many things you can get that you make 100% in your money. And I think that's definitely one to look out for. Um, the other one is, well, I can't really say this, but at the end of the month, as well, I suppose I can fucking say it, but we can know it. At the end of the month, Dunvilles are going to be releasing their um, inaugural release. That'll be one you'll want to pick up. I think I'm not 100% sure of price because every time I asked, it's the price of it changes. But Dunvilles are going to be releasing their release, and it's a
And I
limited edition pack, etc., etc.
and I think I can go down to that to Philomel on the 31st. So
I surprisingly enough, I can't because I think I'm Nairn or something.
so
Something
you'll
like that.
have to get on to Jarlath and tell him that I can make it on the 31st, I think. So
Right, well that'll do.
that would be good.
But no, as I say, if you're wanting to spend €1,000, there's a few options. You don't necessarily have to spend it all and put all your eggs in one basket, but the likes of the old Paddies, whenever Sazerac pull the pin and pull the plug on that and release all that, that's for me that's a no-brainer. As people get exposed to Paddies in the States, because I've seen it sitting on shelves with dust covering it, and nobody ever looks at it because nobody knows that. They think it's like dead cheap, rubbishy whiskey that's very palatable, and little do they know it's actually quite good now. And whenever Sazerac, as I say, give it a shove in the States, it'll be much more brand aware, and they realise it's actually quite a good wee whiskey for the price of it, you know. So yeah, that was a good one. Method and Madness have released an Ambriana cask. It's coming. Pot still aged in wood. It's used for Brazilian cachaça. It's €95, 46% ABV. They're kind of funky things, but they never seem. People don't seem to go mad about them. There's a few of the higher end ones that people collect, but nothing major. But yeah, that's maybe one to check out.
Everybody's watching the fight tonight. They're going to catch the show tomorrow night. There you go. Yeah.
Wonder how many have paid for it. Oh, I must show you. I forgot to present you this photo. The Creator Project. Will you see this? The Creator Project. You know the one we that Fanona's doing.
There's somebody's a fan of AC/DC. You've got your AC/DC t-shirt on. The Power Up Tour is on Saturday, the 27th of July in Nuremberg. Best wishes from Bavaria.
Yeah. Aye. I sent this photo to somebody earlier on in the week.
All right.
But remember the Creator Project that Fanona's doing?
Yes.
Got this week. This is the Dark Slender Boy.
Very nice.
Right. This is part of the project. Is based on Larry Dillon's historical recipe of sugar, molasses, apple, and potatoes.
Wow.
Okay. But here's the thing: if you're a member of the Creator, if you're already a member of the Creator Project, because this will go on a general release. It's distilled by Cologne, and it's going to go on a general release. If you're a member of Creator, you get first dibs, and if you want, you get a bottle released at 65% ABV. Right now, here's the catch: only the people who are members of the Creator Project get those, and the only bottles of them that will ever be at 65% is the amount that the people for the Creator Project want. So say there's only 50 people buy it at the 65%. That's all the bottles of it there is.
How do they do that?
Well, what do you mean? They all hate to use bottle. They just lift it out of the cask, just straight into the bottle,
and that's
65%, sign it on and send it out. So I know one went to America, probably more, but all the people who have bought the Creator Project and then pre-bought the one, that's the only number that will be of those bottles. I mean, it's a no-brainer that these are collectible. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's next week, next Saturday. There's a tasting on with the guys up at Two Stacks. So here it is. I'm getting the train up. A bus is coming to pick us up, take us over to Two Stacks in Newry. Then over there, be a bit of a chat, catch up with Fanon, see how he's keeping. 6 cask samples, exclusive, straight from the cask to try as part of the Creator Project. Bus back to the train station for you to get home. €19. That's the cost of that.
That's a no-brainer.
Honestly, if anybody's interested in whiskey, you'd have to get involved with it. And this is a project that's going on and on for years. It's absolutely no-brainer. But yeah, I got that during the week. As I say, it's just a wee cracking little thing to have, you know. Anyway, so as I say, if you're not part of the Creator Project, €250. If you're interested in whiskey, you need to be joining it because it's madness not to.
We're more than halfway through the show tonight. We've still got a few topics to come. Marty is on hotel Wi-Fi, and that is why he is going funny and skipping. But there you go. Maybe he's not skipping at your end. Let us know how the signal is wherever you're watching. We're live on Saturday nights, 10 p.m. and wherever you get your podcasts from. But you can watch the show anytime on YouTube. Catch up. Make sure you hit subscribe. It's free.
There's Andrew saying he had a great day last Saturday. Nice to get meeting Stacey. That's the first time we met her, and great to meet her it was. But yeah, what's up next? Celebrity whiskies. that was the Celebrity whiskies. Right now, 'cause I know Marty, 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 Mar I'm going to send you over a wee. No, I'm not. I'm not. I was going to send you a wee thing because we're talking there about Whistle Pig earlier on. They've done this weird sort of collaboration with John Cleese, and it's. But he's. I don't think he's. I think he's just advertising the whiskey.
Right. He's not a
But
whiskey
it doesn't.
aficionado, is he? Maybe.
But it doesn't make any sense. The whole thing's just a bit. You're just sitting there. If you Google John Cleese Whistle Pig, I'll bring it up, and then you because I was going to send you something, but you might as well look it up yourself. And I watched it all going, what? I don't get it in any way, shape, or form. He's advertising John Cleese Whistle Pig, and it's this weird name on what's it called again? The Bandon Kadunk whiskey.
Wow, this is weird.
It's just nuts. It's kind of indescribable because I watched it and went, what? And then I watched it again and went,
I will be able to show you the video of this. So have a look at this, folks. Right? We can show this video, and you will be amazed at John Cleese advertising this. Okay, should be able to show you it. Here we go.
This is John Cleese. This is not John Cleese. This is a fake photo of John Cleese riding a pig. Here is a list of John Cleese's accomplishments. And
a legend in my own lunchtime.
We're not totally sure what that means, but the accent sells it for us.
Also a bit of an expert on superior single malt whiskies with some ragtag tin pot Mickey Mouse American whiskey brand. Asked me to introduce their new 25-year-old single malt whiskey. How can these people claim to craft a proper whiskey when they can't even spell it properly? It doesn't have an E. Now this company who are paying me to tell you all this is called Whistle Pig. Did I read that right?
Why are you cutting away from John? We paid him.
They finished up making their 25-year-old single malt whiskey by keeping it in Silver Oaks Cabernet Sauvignon barrels. Okay, well, that's enough of this fatuous marketing drill. And pour me a taste of this wonderful whiskey with an E. Anyway, Whistle Pig 25-year-old band.
Thanks, John. It's pronounced Badonkadonk.
Whistle Pig 25 years, the Bandonk. Here's to you.
Certainly a bit weird.
I watched that a couple of times and I was like, is this supposed to be funny? Because it's not funny. And I don't get it. I just don't get it. I'm afraid. Maybe I don't know. Maybe some people sitting around there pissing themselves laughing at it.
Yeah. You know they're remaking Faulty Towers again. Do you know that?
Aye.
I liked it. I preferred it over Only Fools and Horses, but I don't.
No, but you're wrong, obviously. But I liked it. I liked it as well. But I mean, obviously you're wrong. That's fair enough. But no, but I just don't get that at all. We had the Michael Flatley one earlier on. That was another tie-up. And then I noticed this one as well. And it was Rare Hair. I sent you the picture for Rare Hair, the Tempest whiskey.
I do have it. I thought this was a bit strange too.
Well, as soon as I saw this, it was Rare Hair Tasmanian whiskey. And I thought, uh-oh, this is done by Playboy. Is it Johnny Holton? Is it is Johnny Holton the guy behind the Tempest Playboy? Because I mean, let's be honest. I've sent you a photo of Johnny.
Yes,
I mean,
they do look like
fashion icon.
They do look like Playboys in this picture.
I can absolutely.
You see that there? Look at that there. They look like they've just rolled into the Playboy club with their.
You know, I mean, it's a natural synergy. You can sort of see where it would happen. You know,
what is that? Is that tartan or gabardine? What do they call that?
I'm not. I've never been exposed to it before, so I'm not really sure, Justin. Right? But I thought, has Johnny actually got the Playboy seal of approval? But no, it's Heller's Road Distillery, one of Australia's oldest, most revered. There's been a small blah 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 blah, 20-year-old, and I saw what price it was because it's not bloody cheap. I know that it's like 799 Aussie dollars, something like that. It was about 450, 400 quid, something like that, something like that.
Dear enough.
But yeah, dear enough. But I say maybe, just maybe, Johnny could get on that. Maybe get a Playboy edition of Transportation up and running.
Yeah.
I think I'll be the way for it.
But Andrew McAllister thinks that they have to be Monty Python fans. He's talking about John Cleese rather than these guys dressed up like they're in a Monty Python sketch. But
No,
it's far out.
No, they were probably a Whistle Pig must be. I'm a Monty Python fan, but I just don't get that at all. I don't get the advert at all.
William thinks I would look good in a tracksuit like that. I have never been seen dead in a tracksuit.
Justin, the only time you'd be seen dead in a tracksuit is if it was compulsory uniform for going into a Chinese. That would be the only time. That's the only time you'd ever been in a tracksuit.
Yeah.
You could go in a tracksuit, Justin, but please, promise us all to your fellow man that you'll never wear lycra. Okay. Don't ever.
Never will.
Please. Thank you.
I will never be a manimal.
No, I just look well in a tracksuit. Yeah. As I say, it would be something else. Now, I sent you a link. Macallan have done a tie-up. I sent you a link to the Macallan have done a tie-up to Cirque du Soleil. You know them dudes that do all the fancy flicking about and getting on. And again, I don't understand the sort of the synergy there. Now, this is an experience in which we'll come together with Cirque du Soleil to create a theatrical experience that is once bespoke, enchanted, and unforgettable. Approximately 5 minutes. It will take the indoor location, a short walk, 5 minutes from the distillery in Speyside. Cirque du Soleil guests were welcome in meticulous design world. About the experience, blah 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 blah. Scottish Highlands. Only guests over 18 will be permitted. So you can book it. I haven't actually. I've never went through it to see the price of it. Can you? How many tickets can I purchase? You can purchase up to 8 guests. It's £200 a touch, £200 a time to go to this. Now, I know whiskey's got a bit.
Their target market must like this. They must think their target market are into Cirque du Soleil.
I would be anti Cirque du Soleil. I think what they do is fabulous. Well done. Good on them. But I'd like to see them doing it when they've got 4 or 5 whiskies in them. Then do it. That'll impress me. Because I'd love to see them doing the spinning, pissed as farts and just dropping off, wrecking themselves. I know whiskey's got a bit more acceptable in sort of certain circles and, a bit gentrified, and the people with the sort of funny facial hair will, seek out one drink and drink it every once, 2 sips of it in a fortnight and all that shit. But at its essence, it's still fucking whiskey. It still should be what John Wayne used to drink. That's what whiskey should be about. Don't get me wrong. I like Cirque du Soleil, all that. Good on them. Good folk up spinning about. And Macallan, I know that's maybe their target market. Good on them as well. But it's not. It should be boys. Whiskey should be John Wayne and all that kind of stuff. That's more where I think it should be. What do you think?
I do agree with you.
Good. Correct.
Are cowboy movies trendy? Are there cowboys out there still that you can do? I don't know. I've heard that they've cut the time at the rodeo down to even shorter.
I was at a rodeo a couple of months ago, and I tell you, I went on for a brief while, and I enjoyed every bit of it. And there's all people from Brazil and Mexico and all that. And the guy from Brazil won it. So yeah, it was excellent. But no, I would imagine that'll be a hell of a thing to go and see. A couple of £100 a ticket, it sort of need to be. But Does it tell you, do you get any drink with it? Oh, hang on. Distilled from the majestic landscape of the Highlands, Cirque du Soleil's spirit is a theatrical experience like no other. Breathtaking performances, intriguing stagecraft, and signature tasting experiences create an exclusive evening on the McAllen estate. But I bet you the performers don't get a drink. They'll not get half a dozen weavings in them before
It
they
wouldn't have
walk
been
in on
cheap
the
to put
high
on a
trapeze.
performance like that, Marty. A performance like
No.
that would not have been cheap. 3 weeks, a special show up there. Gosh almighty.
Oh, why? But no, if anybody fancies treating, if Andrew fancies treating Stacey, there you go, mate. There you go. Get her way up into space out there, up the Cirque du Soleil.
And if you buy the ticket, she doesn't want to go, I'm available. Yeah, yeah. Put me down for the 21st of May.
So there you go. You get to go and book Cirque du Soleil and go and do that.
A couple of other things to go in the last 10 minutes of the show, do we, Marty? Yeah.
Have we? I don't know.
Jack Daniels.
Aye. Now, I'm getting more and more appreciative of Jack Daniels. I just am. I mean, it's good drink. It's good whiskey. I mean, there's no two ways about it. And they keep doing these special editions. Can you pull that up full screen? Pull that up full screen for us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is. They've done a release of this a while back, 2021, 2020, something like that. And this is a special edition, the Coy Hills special edition, right? Now, if you can read that, this is a mock label that was released a couple of weeks ago or a couple of months ago, about this special release bottle. Now it says on it that it's going to be 40% ABV, but pretty much everybody, there was a release of this before and it was quite high volume or quite high ABV. do you know what this one's being released at? This one is coming out at, hasn't said this yet, 76.6% alcohol.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, no human being is they're not built to drink alcohol at that level. They're
Right.
just not.
Okay.
But the fact that Jack Daniels are doing these kind of things, and I mean, some of their, I haven't got a chance to taste their new 12-year-old one, but I tasted the 10. It's fucking awesome stuff. I mean, genuinely, really, really good spirit. Jack Daniels Old Number 12. I mean, it is, again, it's that sort of cowboy pirate flag, waving. As I
There
say,
you
you
go.
don't see.
Andrew McAllister's watching the Rio Grande tomorrow. That's a cowboy movie.
Good man. I'm going to I'll get the shootist on or something. I'll get a job me and film on tomorrow. But yeah, as I say, Jack Daniels. I mean, these are highly collectible too. That'll not. I don't know what price that'll be, but it'll not be cheap. But again, loads of people are collecting Jack Daniels stuff because there's such a wide range of stuff. The old Sinatra bottles, single cask select stuff, the likes of these. I mean, the single malt. I think they've had 2 releases of the 10, and I think there's a 12-year-old has come out now. I haven't got to taste the 12 because snapped up, absolutely snapped up, and I mean that'll be highly collectible as well. But yeah, if you come across any of these bottles of this stuff, pick them up, and especially if you can get a bottle of the single malt, because super stuff. So yeah, that's coming out. That's going to be 76.6% alcohol, which I think absolutely nailed on.
Needs a
Good
drop
on
of
them.
water, needs a Coke in it or something like that. Does it?
I need a fair whack of water in it, I would think. But I just like the fact that they've done, fuck it, race it out, put it out full whack.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
Do we still have to give Short Cross a mention tonight? I think we do. We have a Short Cross photograph is here as well somewhere.
Oh no, that was from Whiskey Live.
Right.
The Whiskey Live. No, I put in the Short Cross picture because just as an example of the people who have stands down there. I mean, everybody's down. I got asked about 20 times this week if I was going to go. I was saying, no, I'm in Edinburgh. But yeah, I think everybody have a good time. And I hope they did. Hope everybody had got something different, something new. and had a good time.
Very good.
That's pretty much it tonight, because we were supposed to have a guest who was going to come on and tell us, but he's his hotel Wi-Fi is worse than mine.
Yep, it is.
But
we might catch up with them next week. Thanks for bearing with us tonight. We had to cobble together a show tonight because we had no guests. We managed to do it.
But again, thanks very much, guys, for coming out last week. Raised a few quid for charity. Had an absolute blast, and hopefully we'll get doing it again. Sam opening up the 1940s bottle of Mitchell's was
Very
quite
carefully.
nice.
Yeah, it was lovely.
Quite a special wee thing.
Peter enjoyed it. Peter really enjoyed it.
Good. I'm glad. Glad everybody enjoyed it. I was talking to Sam during the week, and we might do a couple of other bits and pieces together. And it was really nice to see Cian down as well. I sort of bumped into him and down he came. But yeah, it was nice, and everybody who's watching the fight, I'll try and watch it myself and see what's happening.
Excellent stuff. Catch you again, same time, same place next week, 10 p.m. Yes, you were missed last week, William, and so was Mark Kerr as well. You were. So catch you at the next outing. Thanks for watching. And remember to comment, like, and share. Good night, everybody. Good night.
Take care.